I think these might be the cheapest FPV goggles that include DVR. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Jason's RC Reviews. Today we will be doing a review on these Eachine VR D2 FPV goggles. Now these are a little set of cheap FPV goggles that have DVR and have decent antennas. So looking on the goggle itself here, you can see up front you have a Eachine logo. And then you have a little flat antenna, and you have a little mushroom antenna. On the side, you see just blank plastic. On the back, you will see here's your actual screen. And then on the side here, we have 4 buttons, which I'm not going to go over all of them, what they do in this video, but I'll go over the basic use and what you will need to get you started. Now these goggles do have focal length adjustment, so if you don't have perfect eyes, you can still use these. It does do an auto search for channels, so you don't have to manually select it. It will automatically select the best channel that there is. And it supposedly has an HD display, which I highly doubt. I think it's something like 480p. So about your antennas here, you have this flat antenna and you have this mushroom antenna. If you're wondering what both these do, if you're completely new to this, basically your little mushroom antenna is going to provide decent range in a circle around you, so that you can fly behind you, you can go fly to your left, to your right, in front of you. You'll have decent range all around you. Now this little flat antenna, this is basically for straight in front of you. This is going to provide you with much better range. If you're doing like a long mission, it's going to provide you much better range. I don't think you want to go much farther than about half a kilometer, which is about as far as you're ever going to go while you're just having fun. You can buy different antennas if you want to buy different ones, which will provide you better range, but I'm just showing these antennas that come with it. Now this uses a little internal 1S battery, which kind of is annoying because you can't take it out, you can't buy more, and basically you're just stuck with the one battery that is in there. The manual says that this has about 65 minutes of battery life. Now, one very disappointing thing that I've found with these is that you're not going to get much more than about half an hour of life. So that kind of really sucks, because when you're out flying, you don't want to have your goggles constantly dying, especially if you have an internal battery. You can't really do anything about it. You have to wait the 2 hours that it takes to charge these to actually fly again. Now, I don't know if I just got a defective product. It is possible. For the adjustable focal length, basically you see this little gap here in between this and the goggles. Basically you're just going to pull this and you're going to get further away from the screen, and that's as far as it goes. So you can see it doesn't go super far. So if your vision is really, really bad, I'm not sure if these will work for you or not, but I think for the average person these will work fine. So to turn these things on, basically you're just going to press and hold this little button all the way to the right on your goggles. So just pressing and holding. And you're seeing a little lights flashing there. And once it goes solid, then your goggles are on. So you can see now we have our screen on in there. And if I can zoom in here, I'll show you. Here you can see you have your battery voltage, your channel, and you also have a signal indicator. And the A stands for which antenna you're using. I'm not sure which one it is, which one's A, but it'll switch between antenna A and B while you're flying it, so you can see which antenna it's using. So, to use the DVR, basically you're just going to throw a little micro SD card right in here, and then once you have your drone or plane or whatever powered up, you're just going to press this little button right here. You see there's a little button right here. You're just going to press that, and then you're recording. Now, one also very disappointing thing that I've had with these is that the DVR skips frames. That kind of ruins the whole effect when you're recording it, because you want to show exactly what you've seen. But if you're constantly skipping frames, that's kind of annoying. You may have seen from my Tiny Hawk review, especially on the DVR recording where there was snow, you could see that it was skipping frames, and that really gets kind of annoying. But for an average user, I think the DVR would be good enough. If you just want to show your friends and family kind of what it looks like when you're flying through there, I think it'll be more than enough. Now again, I don't know, I might have gotten a defective product. I'm not sure. So now I'll show you guys some DVR footage. I won't show a lot because you've already seen some, but if you haven't watched my Emax Tiny Hawk S review, I'll show you guys some DVR footage right now. So, to wrap up this video, these goggles have focal length adjustment, which is really nice to have. The auto search is also nice to have. It has a pretty clear display, even though it's only 480p. Let me just shut these things off. So, pressing and holding again. And if you want to do an auto search, you just click this button while it's on. So, these two antennas provide you with decent range. And some of the things that I didn't like about them were that the battery life, it's not what it is advertised at, and it kind of really is annoying because you charge these and all your batteries, and then you go out and you only have 30 minutes of life, which is usually not enough. And also the DVR skipping frames, which is, for me as a YouTuber, it's kind of annoying too because it doesn't look really good. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. So, who would I recommend these goggles to? I would recommend these to a complete novice who has never flown anything FPV before. someone who just wants to try it out but doesn't want to invest into a $300, $400 pair of goggles, which was what I was doing. Eventually I'm probably going to upgrade to some better goggles, but these will work for now. So guys, if this video helped you guys out, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.